Let's talk about something that drives people nuts. You click on your website and it just spins and spins. And you're thinking, come on, load already. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. Website speed is one of the biggest issues I see on WordPress sites, especially for small businesses trying to grow. Here's the good news, it's usually fixable. You probably don't need a full redesign, you just need to clean up what's slowing it down. So today, I'll break down why your site might be running slow and how to actually speed it up without breaking your site or your budget. Let's get into it. Hello, I'm Rob McDonald with WP Ed Solutions, and today we're going to talk about your website and why it's slow and how we can speed it up to make it better. Let me tell you about a client of mine. We'll call her Sarah. Sarah runs a small but growing online store selling eco-friendly skincare. She built her website herself a couple of years ago using WordPress. Nothing fancy, just enough to showcase products and take orders. But lately, things weren't working right. She told me, Rob, my site feels like it's stuck in molasses. Customers are messaging me asking if it's down. And sure enough, when I checked it out, it took 8 seconds to load the homepage. Now, 8 seconds doesn't sound like much until you realize that most people click away after 3. That slow load time was killing her conversions and her confidence. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. First, let's be clear. Speed matters. Google cares about it, your visitors care about it, and if you want leads or sales from your website, you need to care about it too. Because a slow website doesn't just frustrate people and push them away, it hurts your SEO and flat out makes you look less trustworthy. And that's the last thing you want when someone's checking you out for the first time. Let's talk about what could be slowing your site down. We'll start with hosting. If your site is on a cheap shared hosting plan, you're sharing server space with hundreds of other websites, which means if someone else gets a spike in traffic, your site suffers. It's like trying to cook dinner in a busy food court kitchen. No control and everything slows down. So how do you fix this? You move to a decent managed WordPress hosting solution like WP Engine, Kinsta, or SiteGround. They're fast, secure, and reliable. Yeah, it'll cost more than $5 a month, but it's 100% worth it. Next up is caching. Caching is like saving a copy of your site so your server doesn't have to rebuild the page from scratch every time someone visits. You don't have any caching? That's like making an entire dinner from scratch every single time someone orders a sandwich. Use a good caching plugin like WP Rocket or Lightspeed Cache if your host supports it. You'll get a big speed boost with a little small effort. Images are another huge one. I see sites all the time with giant images, straight from a DSLR camera or a phone, uploaded at full size. They look great, but they slow everything down. You don't need a billboard-sized photo on your homepage. Compress your images with a tool like Short Pixel or Magify, and use modern formats like WebP. They look sharp and load faster. Now let's talk plugins. Plugins are like small snippets of code. They're great until you have too many of them. Each plugin you have adds code to your website. Some load their own scripts and styles, and some just don't play nicely with others. I've seen websites with 40 plus plugins installed, half of which were outdated or inactive. That's a recipe for slow load times and surprise bugs. Take a good look at your plugins, keep the ones that matter, ditch the rest, and be picky about the ones you add. Here's another one that gets overlooked. Distance. Let's say your site is hosted in New York, but someone visits from Australia. That data has to travel halfway around the world. It slows things down. That's where a CDN, or a content delivery network system, comes in handy. A CDN copies your site to servers all over the world, so visitors get your content from the server that's closest to them. An example of a CDN would be Cloudflare. It's a great option with a solid free plan. Cloudflare or any CDN is a simple solution. It's easy to set up and it makes a huge difference. While we're getting technical, let's talk about HTTP requests. Every image icon, font, and script on your site sends a request to the server. Too many requests equal a traffic jam. You don't need 5 different font families, 3 analytics tools, and a bunch of chat widgets all loading at once. Try a plugin like Auto Optimize to combine and minify those files. It'll tidy things up and help your pages load faster. Now behind the scenes, your WordPress database. Your database can get messy over time. It collects old post drafts, spam comments, plugin leftovers. Think of it like a junk drawer. Eventually, it's so full of clutter, you can't find the stuff you actually need. You can use a plugin like WP Optimize to clean your database up a little bit and do it on a regular maintenance schedule. A cleaner database equals a faster site. And here's one last tip. Keep your fonts simple. I know custom fonts are cool, and they're fun, but loading 5 different styles from Google Fonts just to make your headers pop, it's really not worth it. Stick to 1 or 2 fonts for your entire site. Maybe one for your headers, and the topics that you want to point out, and then a secondary font for the text. This is really all you need. And also host them locally if you can. Keep it clean and fast. All right, let's wrap this up. Website speed is one of the easiest things you can improve that has a massive impact on your website. It makes your site look better, feel better, and rank better. It also helps it convert sales better. And honestly, it makes you feel more in control of your business. You don't need a new website. You just need a cleaner, leaner version of what you already have. If you want help making that happen, that's what we do here at WP Edge Solutions. We take the tech stress off your plate and give you a site that actually works for your business. Head on over to WPEdgeSolutions.com and book a free strategy call. Let's make your website fast, clean, and stress-free so you can get back to running your business. If you like this content, consider subscribing or sharing, and I'll see you in the next video.